Bruce Wayne sucks.
Let's get into it. Okay, why Bruce Wayne sucks?
Why?
He sucks for a lot of reasons. In the Batman, Bruce Wayne, he doesn't talk. Like literally at the funeral scene when he's talking to the mayor, it's almost like she's talking to a ghost, and he's just standing there while she's talking. It's like, how does Matt Reeves expect for us to relate to these characters? You know, Bruce Wayne has always been a part of Batman. Batman, yeah, is a little recluse, but at the same time, this dude is just antisocial. You know, he doesn't talk. He frowns. You know, he looks at that little boy, and like I said, sometimes in the scene it's not believable. It's too long. What would have made that scene believable if they had like a slightly fat flashback of Bruce Wayne in the alley or at his own parents' funeral. That way, it gives us the audience like, okay, we can relate to this person. But he just stares there and look at him, and he does this throughout the film. You know, the first time he does it as Batman, and Jim Gordon got to get his attention, like, hey, and then he does it at the funeral. It's like, if you pay attention, you could probably, if a person is paying attention to Batman, any of those officers, they could pretty much figure out he's Bruce Wayne just because the way he stares at that little boy is obvious. So, Matt Reeves, like I said, sloppy writing, sloppy editing, and it's just not believable. Like I said, at least give the audience we don't have to see the Waynes getting killed, but give us some type of flashback of him so we can relate to the guy, because many people would think he's just awkward, you know? And that's what he looks like in his film. He looks really awkward. Like, none of the scenes that we're supposed to have an emotional connection to, they don't hit. At least with me. I don't know how everybody else feel, but the box office proves for itself. 600 million worldwide for a Batman film, that's bad. Now, you can say, well, that happened at Batman Begins, but 2005 to 2022, the dollar was, that's not adjusting for inflation. The dollar was more valuable in 2005 than it is in 2022. Let's just be honest. So, pretty much, this is bad, and it could be word of mouth, or people is just tired of Batman, period. We got three or four Batmans running around. And then we got Bruce Wayne. We got Bruce Waynes running around because we still got the Joker's Bruce Wayne. So I guess what? Is Todd Phillips going to continue that story as well? When they do part 2? It's too much. It's too much. But like I said, this Bruce Wayne, he's awkward. You can't relate to the guy. And sometimes you just want to go on screen and punch the guy. Especially when he's talking to Alfred. Like he said, like, Alfred, you're not my father. It's like, dude, like, what the fuck? Bad editing, bad writing. And they also made Bruce Wayne. I mean, I guess it's good in the comic book. We see his eyeliner and shit like that. But in the Batman, they make him look like a junkie, like he's on drugs. I mean, that's what I get out of it. So it's a creative way to do it. And then they got a shot of him putting on an eyeliner. It looks all like they're trying to feminize. It looks like they're trying to feminize this Bruce Wayne and his Batman. So he sucked. He's not relatable, and he just stares around. He just act really weird throughout the film. He looks like a depressed dude, and then when he goes to visit Falcone, his hair's all slick and trying to be cool. It's like, dude, what the fuck? It's like the audience can't relate. Why are you trying to be all cool and your hair all slick, going to see Falcone? When you talked to him prior during the funeral, you were just your regular depressed self. But in that scene where he goes to look at Falcone, he's all slick. I guess they got the shot of him in the elevator opening up. It's just like, what the fuck, So it's pretty obvious they reshot that scene or whatever, but it messes up the story though. Like the dude he's a weirdo, uh, loner or whatever, and he's unrelatable. Now, a lot of people will say, "Well, that's in the comics," but you know what? Majority of the people don't read those comics. This movie is supposed to be for a general audience, and I believe that's where Matt Reeves messed up because he made this Bruce Wayne and this story specific for people that's in the comic books. But that's only a small portion of people. And the box office number proves that. So I think that's where Matt Reeves messed up with the entire movie. He pulled stuff from different comic books and it just didn't work. Now, a lot of you that's comic book geeked or whatever, you know what it is. I mean, I know what the Long Halloween is, but a lot of the general public don't know that. They know Bruce Wayne was by the stairs when his daddy was helping Falcone. The people who only know that is the people that know the comics, and I think that's where Matt Reeves messed up with this Bruce Wayne. Like I said, there's no relatability to him. Like you really don't give a fuck what happened to this guy. And that's with the whole movie. Period. It's with the whole movie. Period. These characters are unrelatable because Matt Reeves just jumped into year 2 in 3 hours. There has to be some type of backstory or something for us as the audience, the general audience, to relate to these characters. So that's why this is the worst Bruce Wayne ever. It's the worst Batman film ever, in my opinion. And people say, "Well, you nitpick." Well, I got a right to nitpick. I wasted 3 hours of my goddamn life to watch this bullshit, and you did too. So, yeah, of course I'm a nitpick because it pissed me off that they would put out this horse shit of a film, and the box office is proof of that. So this is not a masterpiece. This is not better than The Dark Knight or any of Nolan's trilogy. So stop it. It sucks. This Bruce Wayne sucks. There's no relatability. We can't relate to this guy. Most people looking at this film don't give a fuck what happened to his parents. But if you go back to the Nolan series or the Keaton series, you care because there was a backstory or relatability to these characters. There's no relatability here. We're just jumping into year 2. Even the situation with him and Jim Gordon is just like, it's weird and stuff is just thrown in your face. There's a line in there where Jim Gordon, he actually said, "Yeah, man, we've been knowing each other for 2 years." It's like you're trying to force people to relate to this guy. We can't do that. So, yeah, this Bruce Wayne, he sucks. And Matt Reeves is 100% responsible for it. But what do you guys think? Do you like this take on Bruce Wayne? Because he sucks, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And a big thanks, because we did hit 100 subscribers, but I'm going to do a separate video on that. Peace out. You guys stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next one.